Over the past few weeks, a lot has been said, both from and about Ali Zoe. But it wasn't until I ran across a video of the Tippy Toe podcast featuring gunplay that his story began to pique my interest.
Ali Zoe, you heard of that? You know that boy? Nobody do. That's the crazy part. I'm calling around. They like, who? Nobody know that mook, bro. Nobody know dog. Yeah. Just yo. Jury look crazy. Mm-hmm. Got the dirty shades, the dirty glasses, whatever they the fingerprints on it. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows you, bro. You don't know. You definitely don't know me. See, I came to Florida at 22 years. Who the are you, bro? Mm-hmm. Who the is this man? No, nobody knows this man. But guess what? I know somebody that do. Mm-hmm. And I already got the rundown, so I'm leaving that alone. You know what I'm saying? Mac gonna holla at him. Mac gonna talk about it. I don't know. Y'all know Mac. You know Mac. What's Mac? Zoe. Mac-A-Zoe.
So I searched for a video of Mac-A-Zoe speaking about Ali Zoe, as Gunplay had said in the video you seen before. And here's where I found it, on Opulent LD TV.
And I want to expose somebody else. There's this other dude going around calling himself, pretending to be the starter of Zoe Pound, Ali Adam, because he really giving us a bad name, a bad rep. You know what I'm saying? Ali Adam, who is officially a rat, also worked with the government, used to run with Jimmy Henchmen as well. You know what I'm saying? So they all aware. Jimmy Henchmen them aware of it, but they still fuck with the dude. You know what I'm saying? And that shit need to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? These rats, they just have no respect for the code. You know what I'm saying? No respect for the rules. No respect for what we signed up for.
So everybody is calling Ali a rat, but nobody is saying who exactly he told on. And nobody has come out and said he told on them. And at this point, the rabbit hole has taken me to a channel called The Lay Low Show, where a man named Big Lotto indicates that Ali Zoe snitched on Jimmy Henchmen.
This is the nigga that we talking about that burnt up fucking Birdman fountain. That over Star Island.
You was there? You seen it or something?
Oh no, this shit was all over the news. Everybody knew what was up. Oh, everybody, you know, that shit came back from Jimmy Henchmen and shit. That whole thing with Jimmy Henchmen, you know. So Adam, that was Jimmy Henchmen boy. When they pulled him out and flew him up there to New York and shit right before they got Jimmy, they found him. They took him up there and then came back, brought him back to the yard. All of a sudden, Jimmy Henchmen got picked up. I don't know what happened there. That's still my nigga though. I don't know what the fuck really happened. But Jimmy Henchmen got locked up right after that. After he came back on the plane, came back to the yard. Don't know what the fuck.
He probably just part of the indictment, so we ain't gonna assume.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just think that's crazy shit.
In my opinion, someone should get Jimmy Henchmen on the line and make it clear. But I also found a very informative video on 504 Street Stories Unplugged that filled a few gaps and led me to a more extensive investigation of my own. Let's take a look at that.
In the early 2000s, Chip was indicted and arrested by the feds while awaiting trial on the multi-count indictment charging him with engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise along with other drug and money laundering charges. Chip was placed in administrative segregation in the Special Housing Unit, aka the SHU, at FDC Miami. The administration of FDC Miami had received information that the Mexican Mafia placed a bag on Chip's head. On February the 24th of 2010, the government filed a motion for downward departure, which requested that Chip's sentence be reduced by 33% for having substantially assisted in the prosecution of others. The court subsequently reduced Chip's sentence to concurrent terms of imprisonment of 220 months as to count 2 and 220 months as to count B, followed by concurrent terms of supervised release for 60 months as to count 2 and 36 months as to count B.
All right, peace. You already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? Right. So let's get to that thing. Yo! This Ali Zoe dude is making his rounds across the internet, you know. And I had seen him before, but he didn't pique my interest until I saw Gunplay say what he said. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's a very interesting dude. I could listen to dog tell stories all day. And it seems that people are trying to discredit him for one reason or another. It also seems like the Zoes in particular are disassociating themselves from him. I don't know how you feel about it. You may know more about it in depth than I do because I've just been researching what I've seen or whatnot, and I came across a few things. Now, he supposedly told, right? And here's my thing. It seemed like everybody capping. Everybody lying in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Like I said, the one thing that's evident is he's connected in a few different ways. Everybody, as far as being the founder of the Zoe Pounds and whatnot, he already dispelled that notion on Vlad. But everybody giving him flack for that. Cool. Saying he's not a Zoe, wasn't a part of the association, or this and that and the other, I don't believe that. That's just my personal opinion. I do believe he was accepted into that organization in one way, shape, form, or fashion. As RedEyes said on the Tippy Toe podcast, you know what you was here for. And you fell off and became a rival. So if he was there for something, and he was there. You feel me? You can't discredit dog association, affiliation, or being a part of it because you don't like something that he did. You heard? Meaning he cooperated. Nah. RedEyes says he from Firehouse Records. That may be. Mac-A-Zoe says he's Jimmy Henchmen boy. That may be as well. Gunplay says nobody knows him, but all of these people are calling him a snitch. Nobody is saying who he told on though. Don't you find that odd? Ain't none of them men said he told on my man Mac, he told on my man Dre, he told on my man Tunky, he told on my man Dudu, or nothing like that. But they all calling him a rat. Now he says 150 people testified against him. How many of them you think was those? I'm just being logical. It seems as if he was surround himself and surrounded by a lot of Haitians. He says he was surrounded himself by 15 Zoes at a time. You know, if you watch the Cam Capone interview, in one of those interviews, he's speaking about 50 Cent and BMF and how he believes the Miami character is portrayed on his behalf. And yeah, it's me. Everywhere I go, I got 15 Zoes with me. 15 Haitians. This and that and the other, right? So it would stand to reason that if he surrounded himself by Zoes and Haitians all the time, and probably some Zoes and Haitians were part of that 150 to 200 people that testified against him. Now, during my search of information on dog, I came across some stuff, you know. Like I said, the Big Lotto dude implied that he could have told on Jimmy Henchmen on the Lay Low show. You feel me? Evidently, he says there was a meeting between he and Jimmy, and this and that and the other happened. The next thing you know, Jimmy was indicted, but he wouldn't put that on him. Somebody need to get Jimmy Henchmen on the line and figure out what that's about. But another interesting thing that I caught was that he was locked up in the early 2000s, and that during his incarceration, the Mexican mafia put a bag on his head, which provoked him to go into protective custody, according to the information I got from the 504 Street Stories Unplugged channel, at least. You feel me? Now, if that's the case, well, he might have told on some of the Mexican mafia dudes. I mean, you know, we expendable to them. We expendable to the mafia, the Mexican mob, this and that other. They'll give up a few African Americans, some niggas. They'll give you them niggas or whatnot. They don't want to give up El Chapo and them. Or they don't want to give up Gotti and them or whatnot. But them niggas expendable. Yeah, go on, take them. What you need? How many of them you need? Who else you want to know about type shit? So I wouldn't even care if he told on them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But this is the method that they're using to discredit him. The fact that he told. Now, a lot of people say once you tell, all that gangster stuff go out the window. I disagree. You know, as I told, like the Alpo thing, you know, you can put an asterisk by his name, but you can't take away all the stuff they say this dude Ali Zoe did. You can say he did some whole shit in the end, but he still did that other shit too. He's still capable of doing that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, on that note, men should be cautious of those type individuals for more than one reason. You dig what I'm talking about? Let me refer to the notes real quick, man. The last thing I'm gonna say about Dog is a few months ago. No. Let's get to the downward departure. You heard? Because a lot of people, I was looking at Shada's channel, Shada Zoe channel. Shout out to him. I was looking at his channel. He was, I believe, one of the first podcasters or Zoes even to put Ali out there as being a snitch or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take credit from nobody else, but I did find the paperwork online. The paperwork was on Shada Zoe's channel. I found the paperwork online where it did indeed say that he took a downward departure, and it is in the front of the video when dude is talking about him getting his sentence reduced to this and that and the other, and consequently being able to come home. I'll put it on the screen for a second, lightly right now. But getting to what I was about to talk about, man. Lastly, but not least, man. Ali, you implicated Jay Prince. You can tell who Dog don't like, right? I looked at a lot of his Cam Capone. I looked at a few of his Vlad interviews or whatnot. He don't like BMF. And that's a story for another day. We're going to get to that. It's evident that he don't like BMF. It's also evident that he don't like Jay Prince. He feels slighted by Jay Prince, like Jay Prince wasn't looking at him on the level that he felt like he should be being looked at on. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell by the way this is my opinion, of course, but you can tell by the way he's speaking about him on the Cam Capone interview when he says this.
Didn't Jay Prince get involved?
He just made a call, you know what I'm saying, to try to holler at him to see if he could resolve the aspect, And, kind of knew Jay Prince as far as sat down at dinner with him 2-3 times. But, I never was nothing comfortable. Feel like he tried to make me his hitman or something. He always give me a slur of names that's snitching. So I never really collided with him really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm trying to do my own thing. Like, find me in lane, man. I hear you selling hay.
Now, let's just say a few weeks ago, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, Jay Prince's office was rumored to be swarmed by police and raided by the feds and this and that and the other. Now, of course, he dispelled that in a post on his either, not Twitter now, it's X or his Instagram by saying that, podcasters are rats. To all you podcasters that are rats, you reap what you sow, and evidently you'll do that sooner or later, but nothing happened. I was treating myself to this and that and the other. GOMD, basically. You know what I'm saying? Now, for him to go behind that and go on this man's podcast and say, yeah, we had a situation, you know what I'm saying, this and that and the other, and, he tried to make me his hitman. He kept giving me a list of snitches. One thing Jay Prince said in that thing was something about snitches, right? To all you rats that out there as podcasters. And then one of the other one, he said, happy birthday to myself, snitches. I think that was on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's probably across the screen somewhere where you can see it. So being that we know how he feels about rats and snitches, and that consequently Ali Zoe Adam turned out to be one, I don't know if it was a coincidence or not that he went on Cam Capone and implicated that man in the murder for hire of snitches. What do you think about it? Jump in the comment box. Let me know. It's definitely worth a conversation. Dog is tearing the internet up. Like I said, I like his storytelling ability. RedEyes would like for us to believe that he's taking other people's stories and implementing himself in them and this and that and the other. I'm saying even if that's the case, it's entertaining. Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.